Think of a plan like a GPS for your money. If you're driving without a destination in mind, you're just wasting gas and you're wasting time. We frown on people. Oh man, your mama and daddy left you that. Oh, your mama and daddy built that. Oh, your mama and dad, you just got certain privileges. Well, you know what? Growing up, I used to say, privilege sucks. But if I had privilege from my parents, it wouldn't suck. So many people are hating on LeBron James because he got his son. Watch this. He got his son into the NBA. What's the problem? And so when you have a plan, you have a clear understanding down to the penny. I got $5,832.52 coming in every month. Is how many of you all don't have a plan, but you'll do anything for your kids' college at the risk of you having no retirement plan? The noise, it's distracting. It's pulling me away from my purpose, and I need to make a change. Enough is enough. The hardest part is taking the first step, but on the other side of fear is freedom. It's time to take your seat at not just the table, but the head of the table. You see, abundance, wellness, and freedom are within reach. Embrace your purpose. It's your table. It's your life. It's your time. Does the world ever get so loud that it's hard to even think? Your purpose is calling, but you can't seem to hear it through all the noise until right now. It's time to take your seat at the table. What's meant for you will never miss you. But first, it's time to step into your power, own your purpose, and reach your God-given potential. What's going on, family? It's your boy, Anthony ONeal. Welcome back to the table. And today we're going to be talking about how having a solid, and I mean this, having a solid financial plan can help you build wealth. And I mean true wealth, not fake rich, not fake money, but I mean this real wealth. There's a study that came out here today that I have it on my computer here, that people who have a written financial plan by a certified financial planner, the households on average have 250% more in savings and in investments compared to those without a financial plan. Let me read the actual verbiage from this particular study. A study by a Certified Financial Planner Board of Standards found that households with a financial plan have 250% more savings and investments compared to those without a financial plan. Listen, they're doing this even on average income. These are individuals who are not making a lot of money, and that's the power of a financial plan. And we're going to be breaking it all down. So whether you're making $40,000 a year, or let's say you are making $100,000 a year, the key to building wealth isn't about how much money you make. It's about what you do with what you have, with that margin that's in between. And we're going to talk about that today. But we'll be discussing how having a detailed financial plan can turn your income into a tool for building wealth, from securing your financial future, from building your dream home, from getting your dream car, to, at the end of the day, achieving your financial goals for you if you're a single person, for you and your spouse if you're married, and for you and your family and your loved ones if you have kids and people who you love in your life. So real quick, here's what we're going to be covering in today's show. We'll start with the basics. What is a financial plan and why does it matter, right? Then I'll share some real life examples of people like yourself who have transformed their finances with simple strategic planning. We've got success stories from our E3 family. That's you. A wealth tip you don't want to miss, because I'm promising you right now it's going to be impactful. And of course, I'll be answering some of my community, your questions later on in the show. But before we dive in, don't get it twisted. If you're ready to take control of your money and build the life you want, I need you to hit that thumbs up button right now. And whether you're listening to this on podcast, can you please hit that subscribe button? And especially if you're on this YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button as well and drop a comment saying I'm ready to build wealth. All right, let's get into it. What's going on, family? It's Anthony ONeal here. Let me ask you a quick question. Are you tired of feeling like you're just getting by and ready to start building wealth today? Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up your financial game, I've got a solution that can change the game for you and your family. It's called Domain Money. They're not just about investments. They're about helping you create a personalized financial plan that fits your goals, whether it's paying off your debt, saving for a home, or just building long-term wealth so that you can retire smoothly. And here's the best part, the true best part. You don't have to figure it all out on your own. Their team of financial planners are ready to guide you every step of the way. And before I forget, I want to thank Domain Money for sponsoring today's show. I'm personally not a client of Domain Money because I already had a plan in place before finding this amazing company, but I truly believe they can help you get started on your financial journey. So if you're serious about taking control of your financial future, I've got a special offer just for you. Visit anthonyoneal.com/getmyplan to book a free 15-minute consultation with a Domain financial planner. That's right, 15 minutes, absolutely free, to start building the life you deserve. I don't want you to wait. I want you to take the first step right now, today. Go to anthonyoneal.com/getmyplan. All right, friends, so let's break it down. When I say financial plan, I'm talking about having a clear strategy for every single dollar that you earn. This is going to come from your W-2 job, your 9 to 5. This is going to come from your business. You see, the key to building wealth that I've learned personally for myself and from all of my wealthy friends is, man, we have a strategy. We have a plan. We sat down with a financial advisor. We sat down with a financial planner, and we came up with the system to make sure that we assign a dollar to every point of our life. We assign a dollar to today, we assign a dollar to tomorrow, and we assign a dollar to next year. It's about knowing where your money is going and how it's working for you. So what exactly is a financial plan? I want to break this down to be super clear. It's a roadmap. It's a roadmap that outlines your income, expenses, savings, investments with a strategy to hit your financial goals. That's exactly what a financial plan is. It is a roadmap, okay, that outlines your income, expenses, savings, investments with the strategy, aka a roadmap, that's going to hit your financial goals. It's not just about budgeting. I don't want you to think financial plan is about budgeting. No, it's about planning for your future. It's about planning for your senior citizen years. It's about planning for the years that you no longer want to work. It's about planning for your kids' future. It's about planning for your loved ones' future and building wealth over a period of time. You know, excuse me. Another explanation is a good financial plan includes your monthly budget, debt payoff strategies, your savings goals, and your investment plan. It's comprehensive, covering everything from how much you need to spend on groceries to how much you're putting into your 401k to how much you're putting into a 529 for your kids. And a good financial plan also breaks down what you need to be putting inside of it every single month. The Bible says right here that people perish for their lack of knowledge. And this is not in the Bible, but for me, when I hear that is people perish for the lack of not having a plan and a strategy, because we think we know it all. We think we can remember it all, but the Bible is clear. Where there is no vision, aka a plan, that's where people perish, aka that's where our money perishes. So why is a financial plan super important? Well, the reason so many people struggle financially isn't because they don't have enough. Let me be real with you here. It's not because we're not making enough money. I didn't say we're not making a lot. I said it's not because we're not making enough. Watch this. It's because we don't have a strategy, a plan put into place. And this is why I partner with my friends over at Domain Money, because I was like, man, I want to help people get a solid plan for their life. Because I remember when I got my plan through my financial advisor, man, I knew exactly what to do moving forward. Every month, every year, I had a strategy, I had a goal in place, and I was going for it. You see, without a financial plan, it's easy to spend more than you make and fall into debt, fall into working until you're 80, 90 years old. Watch this. I'm going to say this respectfully. It's easy without a financial plan. Without a financial plan, it is easy to work until the day you die. It's easy to work until the day you get into the hospital and the Lord calls you home. But I refuse for that to be me and for that to be you. Because with a plan, every dollar has a purpose and every dollar has an assignment. I want you to think of a plan like a GPS for your money. If you're driving without a destination in mind, you're just wasting gas and you're wasting time. Pause. Think about that again. Without a destination in mind, you're just driving and you're just wasting gas and you are wasting your time. You got to watch my next show coming up with my sister, Alex Effie from Power. She said, man, my free time, I forgot how she said it. Hold on, I got it on my notes. I think I got it on my notes in here. Yep, I got it on my notes right here. Her free time was producing nothing. You got to watch the show that's coming up. And it made me think about life that, what are we doing with our time? You see, but if you know exactly where you're going and how to get there, you can make adjustments along the way and still reach your goal. AKA, when you have your free time, you can be producing something that is involving your future and preparing you for the future. And I want to give you a real life example, a real life story of a couple who built their wealth on average income. Right before I got on here to shoot this, I called my brother Charles. I said, yo, Charles, I got a quick question for you. I want you to give me the actual numbers because I want to make sure that I'm representing you all correctly in this story. But I want to make sure I'm being integral and honest about this. You see, Rhonda, his wife, and Charles, my brother, started with a combined income of $60,000. Combined income. Their combined income wasn't $100,000. Their combined income wasn't, $80,000. Their combined income was $60,000. They followed a strict financial plan. If I'm being honest with you, they followed Financial Peace University. And then when I left, they followed, I pretty much gave them my neat money map situation. And they followed that financial plan and paid off $40,000 in debt. Hold on, wait a minute. They were making $60,000 a year, followed Financial Peace University, then came over here to what I'm teaching with the Neat Money Map, right? And we're going to give you more information on that here down the road. They paid off $40,000 in debt. And now in 2024, 10 years later, they're net worth millionaires. If I'm being honest with you, they're at 1 point, I think he said 85, like $1,085,000, right? That's where they are. How old are you? Will you ask? Can you ask me, how old are you? Not how old are you, but can you ask me, how old are they? 38 years old. How in the world, Anthony, did a 38-year-old couple, well, she's 38, he's 41. How in the world did this young couple, only making $60,000 a year to start, now they are at a combined income, I think, of like $92,000. How in the world did they build a net worth millionaire status? Let me tell you, by living below their means and investing consistently and sticking to their financial plan. And so some of the key takeaways when I'm looking at people like them, when I'm looking at people like myself and other net worth millionaires, I found that net worth millionaires are disciplined and they are consistent. Disciplined and consistent. They don't make up excuses. Oh my gosh, I mean, I'm young. I'm just going to enjoy life. I'm just going to do me. I'm going to wild out. I'm young. No. They're like, yo, I'm young. So I'm going to use this wisely. I'm going to use this season wisely. These people didn't win the lottery or inherit a bunch of money. And I'm not knocking people who inherit money because you know what? Do you know the main reason? Oh, God is talking to me. You know, one of the main reasons why I am working the plan the way I am working it is because I want my kids to inherit a bunch of money. But you know what? They're going to have a plan for themselves that includes the money that they inherited, because I'm not frowning on people who inherit money. Here's where I do frown on them is if you inherit the money without a plan or without a strategy. These people that I'm talking about, that I'm seeing, a lot of them, the majority of them didn't inherit money. They just made a plan and they stuck to it month after month, quarter after quarter, year after year, decade after decade. And that's why this is super important. And so if you're ready, I want to hear this, I want to say this again. If you're ready to start building wealth, I want to give you a few steps of what domain money will take you through, will walk with you through. Just some. This is not all their stuff, but I'm going to give you a few steps of what they will do to help you create your own financial plan. And I want y'all to hear my heart, man, because you're going to be hearing me talking about a financial plan, estate planning, continuing to talk about eliminating debt, and setting our kids up to win. And we all, I forgot what they call it. I literally just went blank in my head. I'm sitting here thinking like, man, I remember what they call it now. We frown on people. Oh man, your mama and daddy left you that. Oh, your mama and daddy built that. Oh, your mama and dad, you just got certain privileges. Well, you know what? Growing up, I used to say, privilege sucks. But if I had privilege from my parents, it wouldn't suck. And the reason why I'm so passionate about this message of getting a plan, because I believe that all of our children should have privileges simply because their last name is ours and they're our blood. Your son, your daughter should have privileges because of who you are. So many people are hating on LeBron James because he got his son. Watch this. He got his son into the NBA. What's the problem? He worked a plan. And from that plan, he said, son, I'm going to use my influence to get you in, but you got to have your own plan to stay in. AKA, so I'm going to work my plan from domain money to build wealth so that as I'm getting older, I can pass down $1 million to my kids. I can pass down $100,000 to my kids. Hey, can I be honest with you? Can we just keep it a buck right now? Some of us need to work a plan just so we can give our kids $15,000 cash when they graduate college. Because how many of our lives would have been different if mom and dad gave us a paid for car, helped us get through school because of scholarships, and gave us a check for $15,000 back in the 90s, back in the 2000s. Hey, let's talk about it right now. How many of your lives would have been different if your mom and dad just could have gave you a check? Here's going to help you live. Here's going to help you eat. Here's going to help you stay out of debt. But no, we're passing down bondage and stress and hurt. And I literally want to walk through what are the steps that you're going to walk through with domain money to get a plan for yourself. And even if you don't choose to get with domain money, hear me clearly. I didn't use domain money personally because I already had a plan and been working a plan for years. But I realized that a lot of people couldn't afford my financial advisors. So I partnered with domain money because I was like, yo, y'all are affordable. They are super affordable. And I'm like, yo, I need to partner with you all. And here's one of the very first steps they're going to walk with you on. They're going to really help you calculate how much money do you really have coming in every single month? And how much expenses do you have going out every single month, every single year? Because you have to know exactly what's coming in and what's coming out. Money only flows two ways. It flows in and it flows out. And if you don't have a clear understanding of what's coming in and what's coming out, you'll never build wealth. You'll never build the margin that you need to build. And so when you have a plan, you have a clear understanding down to the penny. I got $5,832.52 coming in every month. I got $4,913.03 going out every single month. You got to know exactly how your money is flowing in and how your money is flowing out. And with a financial planner, you're going to get that. That's step number one, because we can't build nothing without knowing what's going on. Here's step number two. They're going to help you set clear goals, clear financial goals, a clear vision for your money. Whether that's domain money, I want to pay off my debt. I'm following Anthony's systems of using a debt snowball and working a neat money map, and we're paying off the debt. Hey, you know what, domain money, man, we're paying off our debt, but now we do want to build our dream home. You know what, domain money, you know, we want to build a 7-figure portfolio by the time we turn 50. So by the time we get to that point, we can live off of the compound interest of that. And we don't have to borrow from the principal. We don't have to take from the principal. We can live off of the interest and pass that down to our kids to give them some privilege when we're gone. You know what, man? My dream car is a Bentley. Domain money, and I'm getting out of debt. I have no debt. You know, I want to go ahead and get into this home, but I want you to help me understand how long would it take for me to get to be able to purchase my Bentley cash, to be able to purchase my wife her dream house, to be able to take my wife on a cruise for our 10th year, 5th year, 20th year wedding anniversary. With a solid plan, you write down all of your goals. When is the last time you wrote down your goals? When is the last time you and your spouse sat down and said, baby, what's our goals? And I'm talking about sat down, talked them through, and wrote them down. And you're able to go back to last year, 5 years ago. I was just talking to my team this morning before recording the show. We got a new product coming out here in a couple of weeks that I can't wait to share with you. But I'm going to help couples have a honest conversation about their goals and how to write them down, and it's going to be so good. But see, what I'm doing is just for your memory. You need to have one for your memory, for your vision, but you also need to have a plan on how to get to the goals, and that's what you're going to get inside of a plan. Number 3, they're going to help you allocate your income. You know, we use a zero-based budgeting when it comes to our actual month-to-month living, but they're going to help you allocate and direct you on how to allocate your income, your funds, to go towards your monthly expenses, to go towards your monthly goals, yearly goals, quarterly goals, whatever thing. They're going to really sit down with you and say, all right, cool. You need to be investing this amount of money into this. Okay, hey, this amount of money is going to be going towards that. Okay, hey, this is going to be going over here. You got to give an assignment to every single dollar, every single day. Number 4, they're going to help you automate your savings and investments. All right. They're going to make it easy to stick to your plan by setting up automations. And I love that, because there's certain things I don't want automatically because they fluctuate. And I know me, I want to look at them to add it to my budget to make sure that I fluctuate my budget as well. Right. But there are certain things that, you know, that's not going to change. Maybe you may have a car note. Maybe you have a mortgage payment. And let me tell you something I love about automation and having a plan. You see, inside of my plan, I told my financial advisor that I want to pay off, watch this, my home early. And so we said, okay, cool. What's your mortgage payment? My mortgage payment is X amount of dollars. So we put inside the plan, hey, if you pay an extra $1,000 a month on top of this X amount of dollar payment, that's going to get you to this goal by this time. So now I know, okay, an extra $1,000 a month or an extra $100 a month in your situation, man, now that I know when I see that on paper, I already know where I'm going, man, it's automatically there. And it helps me stick to my plan, which is paying off my house earlier. So I have it on automatic pay. And I went to my mortgage company. I didn't do it through my auto pay on my bank account. No, I said, hey, every single month, I want you to deduct the mortgage payment, and then I want you to deduct an extra account that goes solely to the principal every single month at this dollar amount, and it's automatically out. I don't even see my mortgage payments. I don't even see them at all. Watch this. I don't even see my tithe payments because they automatically come out. Automatically come out. And here's one of the last things out of so many things that they're going to really walk you through. But what I love about them is they're going to help you review and adjust. Your plan should evolve with your life. And what I love about them is you're going to pay the upfront cost to sit down with them a few times over the next couple of months, and they're going to put together a detailed plan. But every single year, whether you get married, maybe you have some more kids, maybe you have a pay raise, maybe you have a pay decline. No matter what happens when your life adjusts, you can call them back and just say, hey, can I just get an hour of your time? I think it's like $200 or $300. I don't remember the exact hour pay, but it's very, very affordable to make some adjustments to the plan that you and I came up with. Here's my personal advice. The hardest part about this is getting started. I've talked about this so many, and I've noticed that, man, we don't see the value of getting a plan, but we see the value of getting a freaking Gucci purse. We see the value of getting a Louis Vuitton backpack. We see the value in getting Gucci glasses. So the hardest part is getting started. The hardest part that I've learned is saying, I'm going to do it. But here's what I learned when I said I'm going to do it. Once I had a plan in place, it was like I lifted a 50-pound dumbbell off of my shoulder. You know why? Because now I'm in control. And you know why it even took some weight off of my shoulder? Is because now I'm not doing it alone. I'm not guessing. I'm not playing with my future. I have a plan that was written by somebody professional, and you can have a plan today that was written by someone professional. I sit down on my budget every single month, and I'm like, I got the plan. I just got to work the plan. I got to follow the navigation system for my money. I got to run the play that coach gave me. Everybody in the NBA would love to play for Phil Jackson. Why? Because he has a proven plan. He has a proven track record. There's not too many NBA players who say, nah, I don't want to work with Phil Jackson. Nah. Why? He's coached the best. He has championships. He knows what it takes to win. The problem is, are you willing to come and submit to the plan and to the system? And the problem is, I think a lot of people were not willing to commit to the plan because we're nervous of what the plan would reveal about how we dealt with our money. Oh my gosh. Don't let that be you. So now that you know the basics of creating a financial plan with my friends over at Domain Money, I want to look at some real life success stories from our E3 family that show just how powerful this can be. We'll be right back. All right, family. So it's time to celebrate some incredible wins from within our community. These are everyday people like you and I who've taken control of their finances and are building wealth one step at a time. First up, we have Sarah. Sarah from Dallas. You see, Sarah and her husband started with over $50,000 in student loan debt. Wow. They made a financial plan, cut back on expenses, sat down with a financial planner, and paid it all off in just 3 years. So after sitting down with a financial planner, getting a proven plan from Coach Phil Jackson, AKA financial planner. They went gazelle intense. Now that they're debt free, they're investing for their kids, college, and building true wealth. I want y'all to hear me. These are average, everyday people who are making less than 6 figures. And what I love about this, Sarah, if you're watching, is that you're proof that it's not about how much money you make. It's about what you do with it. And I want to say, well done. You see, what I love about Sarah's story is it sounds like, without knowing all the details, because we don't have all the details of her story, but it sounds like, hey, we weren't making a lot of money, but we lived way below our means and we used our margin to get out of debt. Once we got out of debt, we transitioned how we're using our margin by investing that into our kids' college fund. And then with the right plan from our financial planner, now we're building wealth. I want to ask this question before we get to our second success story, is how many of you all don't have a plan, but you'll do anything for your kids' college at the risk of you having no retirement plan? How many parents have a plan in their head on how to borrow more money to get their kids to college, but do not have a plan and a strategy in place to retire? So then what happens is, you sent your kids to college. You made all these sacrifices without making any sacrifices for you. And now when your kids get older with the family, you're owed, you need money because you sacrificed for them when they didn't ask you to sacrifice for them. Now you got to be a financial burden to your children and to your grandchildren. Here's what I love about what Sarah said. Now we are investing for our kids' college and building wealth. So our kids can go to college, they can grow up and be successful, but we're focusing on building wealth too. So that way, when our kids get older and we get older and we can no longer work, yes, we still may need some help to get around and do certain things, but we will not be a financial burden to our kids. And Sarah, I don't know you and your husband's information, but thank you. And I thank you for emailing us this story. You all emailed me this story a long time ago, but thank you so much for emailing me this story, because it's so encouraging to hear you saying, hey, we're debt free. We're thinking about our kids and our personal future. But before we did all that, we had to get a plan in place. This is why having a plan is so important. Next, I'm going to give a shout out to Mike from Chicago, Illinois. I think it's like, woof, Jesus, it's getting cold out there in Chicago. It's going to be about in the 20s here going into this winter. Can y'all believe summer is gone? We're about to change lights. Man, it's about to get dark at 4 o'clock now, and I can't play golf after work. This is about to hurt my feelings. But anyways, Mike from Chicago, he followed a simple savings plan and put away $30,000 in 2 years for a down payment on his first home from following a plan from his financial advisor as well. He's now a proud homeowner and on his way to financial freedom. You know, Mike, this is massive. Can we just start right there? This is massive. Got on a plan, saved $30,000 in just 2 years to put down towards his home. You see, some of y'all saying, I can't save $30,000. This is not about can you save that. This is about what can you do on a plan. How can you set your future to be bright like what Mike did? What can you do? What can you do with your plan? And let me say this. I don't want y'all to judge these stories that we're sharing and judge them or compare them to your life. No. Here's what I want you to do. This is inspiring. What can I do with my life, with my current circumstances, with my income? What can I do to better myself and my family? Don't compare to them. Compare yourself to yourself. You see, stories like these show that with a plan, and some solid discipline, we all can achieve major things. And I want to continue hearing more stories. So if you got a success story to share, you either drop it in the comments if you're listening to this on YouTube. But really, I want to read them. Like, I want you to send me an email to mystory@anthonyoneal.com, because I want to see, I want to read them. Sometimes I can't get to all the comments. That's Michelle's job. But I do go into this particular email, and I love to read these stories because they keep me encouraged. They keep me inspired to keep going. So please email us at mystory@anthonyoneal.com, and we would love to feature your success story on the show. All right, I got a wealth tip coming up for you all next. Keep it live. So today's wealth tip is all about getting started with investing and building wealth. Even if you're on a tight budget, I want to be true, because in today's day and time, people are on a tight budget. I do not believe that the majority or all people are wasting their money. No, we need to make some adjustments within our budget. But I do believe a lot of us are spending it on necessities not once, but on necessities, right? So it's about making your money work for you right now, no matter your starting point. So I want to go over this real quick. A lot of people think you need a ton of money to start investing, but that's not true. You can begin literally with just $50 or $100 a month. The key is to start now and to stay consistent. So I want to give you some key steps on how to get started right now, no matter if you only got $10 to invest or you got $100, $500, $1,000. But here's step number one. You got to open up an investment account. You got to look for platforms that offer low fees and easy to use tools. Step number two, you got to choose a diversified portfolio, such as index funds, mutual funds, ETFs, IRAs, that allows you to spread out your risk. I don't want you to get into the single stock market at this current time. No. What I want you to do is to step back, right? Which is even step number three, book a 15-minute free appointment with a financial planner from Domain Money, okay? And ask them like, hey, here's what I can do. This is what I have. Should I invest in ETF? Should I invest into this? How can I get to my goal with my current circumstances? Because what I love about step number three, when you book a 15-minute appointment with the financial planner from Domain Money, they're going to help you create a customized plan tailored to your current financial means and your goals, and also your risk tolerance. And I think that's important because some of us may have $1,000 to invest a month. Some of us may only have $150 to invest in a month right now. No matter what that size is, you need a proven plan. You need a strategy for yourself, because over time, even small investments can grow significantly due to compound interest. So it's not about getting rich overnight. It's about building wealth steadily and strategically. Because if you can just put $100 a month into an IRA at the age of 25, if you're watching this, man, you're going to be a millionaire before you turn 60. Why? Because of the power of compound interest. So if you're ready to take the first step, I want you to check out my friends at Domain Money by going to anthonyoneal.com, get my plan. I'm going to say that one more time. Go to anthonyoneal.com/get my plan. They've got financial planners who can help you create a plan that's perfect specifically for you. Not a plan that was made for Anthony ONeal and then we just adjusted it to you. No, this is custom fabric, cut to your shape, cut to your height, cut to your weight, cut to your life, specifically for your money. Whether you're just starting out or looking to take your investments to the next level, I'm telling you right now, Domain Money is there. I promise you, you're going to love them. So, remember this. Building wealth isn't about having a lot of money to start. It's about taking the very first step and staying consistent. Let's keep growing and building for ourselves, and for our families. And I'm going to end this segment with this. It's not really related to money, but I just felt led to say this. When I got saved, I felt the Holy Spirit tell me, just take the first step. It's not going to be easy, but if you just take the first step, God can take 3, God can take 5. And if you take the first step and say, God, I am ready to take the first step to take control of my money and to get a plan for where we're going to steward the 90% that I have left. That is your money. I want to steward it well. So I am ready to take the first step to meet with a professional, to meet with a financial planner, to meet with a coach who can help me make better decisions with my finances. So that way I can leave an inheritance to my children's children. So that way I can live the life that you designed for me and my spouse and my family. God, can you just touch my finances as I get this plan? And I remember when I got my plan years ago, man, I prayed over this plan every single day for like the first 30 days. Every single year when I update my plan and my strategy and my investment accounts, man, I pray over. Even now when my 401k comes back and from I forgot the name of the company, but I think it's from Gusto. It's not Gusto, it's something else. Every time I get the email, I stop and I pray like, God, if you want to bless it, if you want to go 10-fold, if you want to go 20% fold, God, if you want to go 30% fold, you can do it. Because God, I'm taking one step, but I need you to take 3. I need you to turn this plan upside down to where 2 years from now, we need a brand new plan because we worked this plan. We were good stewards of this plan, but because we followed it, you blessed it. Now the plan, we got $1 million more we need to put into this plan. We got $100,000 more we need to put into this plan. I got kids, I got family that I need to take care of. And so I just felt led saying that if you're going to start now, but while you're starting, pray and ask God to open up the floodgates and to shower down his blessings and to make room for you and your family. It just got to go there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's get to these questions from our audience. All right, so let's get to some of your questions. I love hearing from you all, and I just really love helping you on your financial journey. So we've got a few good ones today, so let's dive in. The very first one, we don't have any names on this one, so I'm so sorry. So Anthony, I have a irregular income because I'm self-employed. How can I create a financial plan when my income fluctuates? That's a good question. All right, so check this out. It kind of remind me of me, right? The key is, or what I do is I base my budget on the average of the last 3 months, right? Of income that had come in, and I prioritize my expenses. So for an example, let's say we were in the first 3 months of this year, I would average January, February, March, average my combined income, and then I would stick to that combined income number that came. And then from there, I create a bare bones budget for just my essentials. And when you have a higher income month, right, because we will have those, you use that extra to build up your emergency fund to go towards other expenses. And or if you're in debt, you use that towards, eliminating your debt. But the key here, such a great question. I wish I knew your name. But the key here is make sure that you're not getting money in today and spending it tomorrow. No. If I had, the last 3 months, average is this, I'm living off of that. Now, what I will do is, let's say if I get a surplus, let's say I get an extra 30% to come in this month. Okay, I could add 15% to the next month because I already have that cash in hand. What you don't want to do is go off of your average I'll go off of your highest month and live off of that. I always go off of the average. But such a good question. Such a good question. Here's the next question. I want to buy a house, but I'm struggling to save for a down payment. What can I do to speed up the process? Man, I wish we had names on these. I don't know why I don't have names on these, but that's such a good question. Wherever you are, whoever you are, everyone watching this, I want you to start by cutting back on your non-essential expenses and look for ways to increase your income, like a side hustle or over time at work. We have a 21-day money finder that's going to be coming out right around mid-October. I would encourage all of you all, if you're watching this before mid-October, to definitely wait for that. But if it's after mid-October, I would encourage you to go do this 21-day money finder, because we're going to help you find $1,000 to put back into your budget monthly. So for an example, over a year time frame, we're going to help you find $12,000. But the key to this is you got to set up a separate savings account just for your down payment and automate your savings each month to go into that. So if you did do our 21-day money finder and you found the extra, let's say $500 to $1,000, well, we don't want you to put that and go spend it. We want you to put that inside of your high yield savings account with SoFi. Remember that, right? And save that money and let that money get compound interest to help you towards your down payment of your house, help you towards down payment of your car, to help you to put that money towards anything that you all really, really, really use or desire to use. But the key thing here, though, is you got to cut back. You got to cut back on non-essentials for a season. And even sometimes we think some things are essential, but sometimes they're not. We call it essential, but it's really not essential, right? Eating out is not essential. Eating is, but eating out is not. Well, I don't have any groceries at the house, Anthony. Well, go get groceries. You don't have to go to McDonald's. No, go get you behind some groceries and eat. Here's the last one. I am in my late 40s and I haven't saved much for retirement. Ooh. I have a low income. What should I do? This is simple. I want to say this up front. It's never too late to start. It's never too late to start. Number one, you gotta get a plan. Like I can't give you too much right now. I don't know who you are, don't know where you're from, don't really know your situation, but you gotta get a plan. You, out of all people, need to hit the link in today's show notes, get with Domain Money, get a plan. And when you get the plan, they're going to tell you, man, we need to focus on maxing out your 401k contributions, your IRAs, your mutual funds, your index funds. And then also, I would definitely say this, and please run this by your financial planner. Look for ways to reduce expenses and increase income, even if it means working part-time into retirement for a little bit, so that way you can get some buffer, but every little bit will help. And the key is to start right now. To start right now. Do not wait. Do not put this off. Call Domain right now. Say, hey, listen, I'm ready to sit down. I need a plan. I want to retire in 15 years and I'm already 40. You got to be aggressive. You got to be what Dave Ramsey would say. You got to have gazelle intensity. You got to go after it. You don't have time to be dating like that. I'm sorry. That's probably bad advice. But you got to get very, very strategic. And I'm in that season. I'm 40. And I woke up like, yo, I gotta go a little bit harder. So listen, all these are great questions, y'all, and I want y'all to keep them coming. And honestly, we're going to be doing something new. So I've been going through my email and old emails. I think I just forgot to put the names on there because I was rushing for this particular segment. But moving forward, if you have a question, I want you to give me a call. I want you to call 771-224-8131. Again, that is 771-224-8131. And we're going to play your question live on the air. And if your question is selected, Michelle will send you a text message to let you know, like, hey, we're going to be answering your question live on the show on this particular date. So check it out. Let us know if you have any other questions from there. So I would love to hear from you. So if you want a question, just give me if you want to ask me a question, or not just me, if you follow me on Instagram, I will let you all know, hey, I have guests coming in. Like on Coming Up, we had Alex come in, and I let Instagram people know, like, hey, I'm gonna have my girl Alex Effie from Power come in. What questions would you like? And I'm able to pull from the E3 family and ask our guests questions. And moving forward, you'll be able to call in and ask the guests and ask me questions. So give us a call, 771-224-8131. That will be in the show notes moving forward. And hey, I'm excited. I got a quote from you, and we're going to end today's show. I'll be right back. So I want to end today's show with a quote from Zig Ziglar that touched me when I was doing my research for this show. Zig Ziglar says that you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. I want to say it one more time. You don't have to be great to start. You don't have to have $5,000 a month to invest. You don't have to have this, but you do have to start to be great. This is so true when it comes to building wealth, because you don't need to have it all figured out. That's why you got me. That's why you got Domain Money. That's why you got financial advisors. That's why you have Earn Your Leisure. That's why you have, Wall Street Chopper. I mean, you got so many people out here to where we know things and we are here to help you. We just need you to get started. Whether it's creating a financial plan, paying off debt, or saving for the future, the most important step is the very first one. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now with what you have. Family, this has been a powerful, it's a powerful episode. And I hope you're leaving with a clear vision on how you can use a financial plan to build your wealth, no matter your income. Remember, it's not about how much money you're making. It's about how much are you keeping and what are you doing with that margin to build wealth and to change your family tree. I want to thank you for being here today and watching this to the very end. I want you to keep believing, keep striving, and remember, you have the power to create the life you want. We're going to drop all of Domain Money's information inside of today's show notes. Please check them out. We love you. Until next time, God bless, take care, and we'll see you soon.